The Council of Ministers of the Niger Joint Commission for Cooperation held its 39th ordinary session on Thursday in Abuja to review its pilot initiative, the Kano-Katsina Maradi infrastructure, known as the KKM under the aegis of ECOWAS. The roundtable conference also dwelt on financing for the development of other cross-borders like the Tahoa, Doso, Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi border, Zinda, Daura, Jigawa, Kano, and the Difa, Borno, Yobe borders. The overall objective is that if the joint border projects are fully executed, they will contribute to fostering the growth of agriculture and livestock breeding, which is predominant in the region.
The ECOWAS Commission endorsed the K2M initiative as one of its 4 initial pilot projects in the region. The World Bank, through the Programme for Competitiveness and Growth Support of Niger Republic, PRACC, also endorsed its pilot program for implementation with financial support to Niger Republic. It is heartening to underscore the fact that 2 more trade corridors have evolved along the border of our 2 countries, notably the Jigawa-Kano Daura Zinder and Sokoto Zamfara Kebbi Doso Tawa access as a result of the success recorded in the implementation of the K2M pilot program. The SG has also mentioned a few other routes. It is equally noteworthy that 2 newly evolved corridors are being supported by the International Fund for Agricultural Development IFAD of Niger Republic and the German International Corporation GIZ, with Niger Republic being the predominant area of intervention by these development partners. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me seize this opportunity to express deep appreciation on behalf of our 2 governments to the development partners that have been so far supported this laudable program at different stages of its evolution. The World Bank, through the Programme for Competitiveness and Growth Support, PRACC of Niger, the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD in Niger, and the German International Corporation, GIZ, deserve our commendation for their continuous support, most especially on the Niger Republic side. We look forward for your increased assistance to the program for it to be fully realized.
Secretary General of the Niger Joint Commission for Cooperation, Rabiu Akau, stressed the need for donor agencies and development partners to support the construction of the border roads to enhance agriculture and trade.
In my statement, I had earlier indicated that the donor agencies and development partners, they pull themselves together and address the challenges we have. But their modus operandi is such that the way they operate is they earmark some amount of money for each country. Like I said, if it is for Niger, they will not take a dime, to spend it in Nigeria, and vice versa. That was the reason we are inviting them and also urging them to come to the side of Nigeria so that it will be complete. Like I said, if they do it halfway, it's not going to actually benefit almost everybody, because there would be migration from the greener area to the other side. From the other side to the greener area. But in order to make it more complete and meaningful, so they were pleading with them to actually look at the way of Nigeria.
The Deputy Governor of Jigawa State, Hassan Hadejia, who represented the governor, highlighted the importance of private donor agencies and development partners in the border project, saying they will aid the implementation faster than the World Bank, a position shared by the Kebbi State Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Cooperative and Tourism, Rekia Tanko Ayuba.
When you have a project such as this that requires significant infrastructural development, you cannot simply rely on the support and donations of donor partners like the World Bank and so on. This kind of support comes with very stringent conditions, and it is these conditions that really hampered the full implementation of the infrastructure projects. You are talking about building roads, you are talking about building export terminals, you are talking about building warehouses and so on and so forth. For us, I think the fastest way to do that is to get the businessmen that are supposed to benefit from these arrangements involved in the actual implementation. If there are some of them that want to invest in the development of this infrastructure, allow them and work out a way for them to recover their investment. For example, you can say, let somebody set up the export terminal, or let somebody build a portion of the road and toll it for 5, 6, 7 years. When he recovers his money, he hands it over to the Joint Commission for implementation. But certainly, if we now sit down and say we are waiting for World Bank or GIZ or IFAD to bring in money to do studies and so on and so forth, it takes, the lead time is very long.
Hear that the state government, His Excellency Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, has put all hands on deck to ensure that Kebbi State achieves the greatest potential in this in this trade corridor. Being, as you well know, Kebbi is a commercial hub for a lot of agro-allied pastoral activities. Rice, as you know, is a huge commodity in Nigeria now, and of course we can trade with Niger Republic, within ourselves, within the ECOWAS free trade zone. We have a lot of, we do a lot of animal husbandry, and not only that, it will promote trade and food security, which is part of the package of this present administration of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So in all the bid to ensure that we're in line with diversification of the economy, trade in agro-allied industry within these free trade zones, within the trade corridor, will enhance Kebbi State revenue, not only that Nigeria, and of course it will promote peace, security, and multilateral relationship with Niger Republic.
The border development approach will encourage economic development at the entry and exit points of the Nigeria-Niger corridor, and also promote interdependence of the economy-related sectors and rebrand the development of transport infrastructure towards facilitating regional integration and attract investment.